It's gonna be a hard landing. I lost one of my 50s. Ay, ay, ay. And saved it. I forgot I painted eyes on this thing. Imagine when you die and then you see the "Oh cute new cam." This is what you see. Hey guys, it's Jamie and welcome back to another episode of Heroes and Generals, but it's War Thunder. And in today's episode, we are moving to the next tier of medium fighter. This is the P-40E-1. Now, I know in Heroes and Generals it's actually in the P-40N, as you can see on the screen right now. The P-40N is a late war variant of the P-40 fighter, but unfortunately the P-40N doesn't exist in War Thunder. So I look around and see if I can find a close second to all the different P-40s that is available in War Thunder, and then I noticed this. The air intake is above the propeller, the engine block, so that means it's using the Edison engine, which is the engine that they used before the Packard engine came into use. Even though the P-40N is supposedly boasting a late war, a newer, improved version of the Edison engine, I'm not too entirely sure about that, but hey, it's Heroes and Generals. There's really nothing else to compare it with. So there we go. The close second that we have is the P-40E with the same engine, and of course the same 650 calibers, 3 on each wing. So how does this compare with the one in Heroes and Generals? Now firstly, before I say anything, I'm not gonna shit on Heroes and Generals. I'm not saying this because I shit on Heroes and Generals. I prefer the one in War Thunder more than the one in Heroes and Generals. And the reason is not because of, I want to shit on Heroes and Generals. The reason is because from what I noticed, again, like in my last video I mentioned, Heroes and Generals 50 calibers are treated like small arms machine guns. Now maybe they do a little bit more damage now, and so because of that I really prefer the one in War Thunder, because at least the 50 calibers can actually do work. Now what's the difference between the P-40E and the P-40N in Heroes and Generals? The payload for one. You see, the one in Heroes and Generals, the P-40N, it carries 6 250 pound bombs, or around 100 to 113 kilograms. About the same as the Soviet 100 kilograms, maybe a bit lighter. But unfortunately, the P-40 in War Thunder does not have that. Instead, we have two 100 pound bombs, which is about 50 kilograms, maybe a little bit less, and a single 500 pound bomb, which is about 250 kilograms. Slightly heavier payload by about 50 kilograms, but it's pretty much about there anyway. So bombs aside, how's the armaments on this thing? Unlike the P-43 in our last video, we do have 6 50 calibers instead of 4, but unfortunately the ammo belts are a little bit different, because the P-40 here is using the early 50 caliber ammo belt, the P-43 is using the mid-war. So what does that mean is that the 50 calibers, you have a whole lot of armor piercing rounds, not so much API, armor piercing incendiary or armor piercing incendiary tracer, which is gonna be a problem if you're playing air RB, but when you're playing ground RB, this is not really an issue. In fact, you definitely want this in ground RB. And of course, having an extra pair of 50 cals does make a little bit of a difference. And the next bit of difference is the fact that each of these 50 calibers does have a lot more rounds than the P-43. You still will burn out rounds very quickly in this thing, but at least it's nowhere as bad as the P-43. Now, armaments aside, how about the flight characteristics of this thing? Based on my personal experience, it's fast, but just be careful not to break 550 kilometers an hour, because this thing does lock up really well. And at 400 kilometers an hour, when you're trying to dogfight, you will definitely notice it. So that's something you need to keep in mind. Keep an eye on your speed. If you're going too fast, you might want to adopt the boom and zoom tactic instead of trying to turn fight a guy. And speaking of turn fight, your turn time is not really that great, unfortunately, especially when you have bombs on board. So this is something you need to be extremely careful of. Otherwise, final thing, rate of climb is actually not too bad. You can definitely get up to 1000 to 1500 meters in altitude from the ground, from the airfield relatively easily. Especially the fact that most of the time when you're using the 50 cal, it will be top-down engagement. And so there you have it. This is the P-40E as an alternative to or close second to the P-40N. Using the same Edison engine, using the same 650 caliber machine guns in the wings. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about the payload, but hey, in the end, this is actually heavier than the one in the Russian generals. Now, would there be any compromise? The compromise is I don't really know what to compromise because this plane actually feels almost the same, regardless of the newer Edison engine. Now, before I get into the gameplay, before anybody comments, if you're wondering how I was able to hit my targets a little bit accurately with my bombs when I'm using first person mode, it is because I practice. Yeah, I eventually figured out where to actually center my ground target to drop the bombs accurately. Let me know if you want to see a video on how to actually dive bomb using the first person sights. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about this vehicle. Now let's get into battle. Then let's make everybody rage quit, shall we? How the hell did she not ban me? I got it, boys. Don't worry. There's another one? Ah, dear. Why is this thing? Why is that thing as 2.7, man? Just why? Isn't there a guy down there? It is.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Oh no. I lost one of my 50s. Ay, ay, ay.
Attention to the map.
And saved it.
A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
I don't know if this guy just spawned.
Excuse me.
I know I could just use my 50s, but
Allied
yeah.
forces have captured a zone.
Oh, get the shit out of here, buddy. Stop it. Oh, that's okay though.
Attention to the designated grid square! Attention to the map! Attention to the map!
Wait, are these two IL-2s? I think they are.
Attention to the map!
all your fun.
Attention to the map! Attention to the designated grid zone! Attention to the designated grid zone!
Calm down, guys, he's dead.
Attention to the designated grid square!
You wanna run, Ben? Run there by me again?
Attention to the map!
Yep, I see that, Valentine. I was looking for you, buddy.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. Attention to the map!
Is it an IO2? Or is that a
Enemy
Hurricane?
forces have captured a zone.
IO2. Oh, my plane locked up there. It's too fast. You guys wanna help me take care of that?
We've captured most of the strategic zones.
Who's serious, guys? Take that, bitch. Hurricane, Firecrest. What's on this guy? Yeah, that's why I'm like, I count. Could have sworn I counted 3, not 2. Oh, and Hurricane Crash.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Nice one doing that.
Enemy forces have captured.
That is just nasty.
Captured a zone. Enemy forces have captured a zone. Allied forces have captured a zone.
Can't get my 75 too bad.
Our victory is near.
Stop it.
Roger that. Artillery, fire! Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
Damn it. You are too far behind him. That's better, but I wasted a second bomb on him. E. Alright, let me move it for a second. This is firing at me right now. Oh no. My plane coming! That was my plane.